Hi, everyone. Hi, I finally got the car back, as you guys can see. Yay! So, I have a 2015 Nissan 370Z. Obviously, it's red, sport tech, all that fun stuff. I finally got it back after a year. I'm going to be talking about, like, my experiences and things like that. Shit that's hit the fan. Yada, yada, yada. All right, so we had to switch locations because we got kicked out of the last one. But that was cool. So the carbon fiber fenders, they are used, but they have no sun damage. They're very, very nice. Wifey over here said that these vents actually work. They keep her hand warm whenever she has her hand outside the window. They've been really nice, but they do have the turn signal delete. I don't feel like drilling it, but as you can see, I do have the cable hanging out. I made my own side skirts out of literally like siding of a house. Spray painted them black, bolted them up. Works just as fine. Nobody can even tell a difference. So until now, yeah. So the problem with this hood, so story time. So this hood, I got it installed. It wasn't as bad. So they had no scratches. It was just sun damage. Perfectly fine. And the day that I got it installed and during the night, somebody backed into it, scratched it. I don't know what happened, but it ended up going through the weaves of the fabric. The weaves of the carbon fiber, putting in resin, laying it down, sanding it down, repeating the process twice. Then my dad helped finish it up with, bits and pieces for the cracks and things like that, just so it's functional. But I am going to buy a different carbon fiber hood soon, just because I really love this hood. I really love the style. I love the big fucking heat extractors, which do work. I've noticed my oil temperatures have gone down tremendously, and I absolutely love it. The light did get affected too. So the light did have a tiny, tiny scratch. Probably can buff it out. It doesn't feel like it actually went through the actual plastic, but we're gonna see if we can buff it out one day. Talking about the wheels more specifically. So I love the style. It is rep, obviously, but it is a 16 going up to 18, so the actual wheel itself is a little bit smaller, but it does cover barely. Like, we're talking maybe like 2 centimeters of this Brembo brake. I love the style of it. I absolutely like it. I just wish they were real, so I'm saving up for some rat zingers, which I have seen feel amazing on this car. I also want to either get some custom wheels. I'm a fan of Naruto, so I really want to get something like Naruto or Sharingan or Katsuki. Something cool. Nothing too ricey, but something functional as well. Moving over to the inside of the car, there's nothing much special about it. I do have an auto, sadly. So I do have the lowered Empire seats. They did come with the bucket. I did trade them. I did a wrap job for one of my buddies. He gave me the harnesses in exchange for a wrap, since I do wrap cars, but they're functional, reclinable. They do get hot in the summer, but that's completely fine. I do love the embroidery on the head as well as the middle of the seat. It is beautiful. I really love them. It's great. It's wonderful. So same thing in the back. So the front ones are 9.5. These are 10.5 wide. The exact same specs, of course, but this has a wider tire profile. They're wrapped in 285 35 18s. For my exhaust setup, I have ISR test pipes, a straight pipe from there, and then 3-inch titanium tips. Sounds very, very aggressive. Next is going to be a little bit about me and the camera woman, since this is what you're going to see a lot on this channel. Hi. Wait, say hi again.
Hi.
Obviously, you guys know me. It's Victor.
And I'm Jinx.
Who are you?
Wifey, accountant, manager, hot mama.
We do have a baby, which you may or may not see on this channel. I haven't decided yet. We will be the ones building this car. We will be the ones driving it, shooting videos with it, pictures. We already have a couple pictures that I'm going to post on my Instagram at z34.vic. And then you'll also see some pictures with this car at
Rojas_Productions.
Okay, that's like my video channel, but yours? You'll also see some pictures at
Kamikaze.tte.
Yeah, you remember your own Instagram name. What do you think of this car so far?
It's got a lot of promise. We've been through a hell and back with this car. It's raised my blood pressure a good amount. Now that we got it back and it's good, I think we could do some good things with this car. I think it'll be fun.
Long story short, I bought it at CARMAX in February of 2022. The very next week, the differential went out.
Literally a week later, 7 days on the dot.
7 days after the dot, yeah, on the dot. Differential goes out, all that problem.
I was in the shop for 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, because they didn't have the part, so I ended up getting a 2020 Nismo diff, which is LSD. After that, we drove it for another week and a half, went to Atlanta, came back. I did my straight pipe and
a whole bunch of fuses melted together. That was a pain.
Electrical things started happening, so it left me stranded on the side of the freeway. Turns out electrical fuses, they didn't really give specifics on too much, but ends up something overheated and ended up melting some fuses stuff together, or some electrical stuff.
Put the car in drive and you're driving down the interstate and the backup camera would turn on.
Bunch of bullshit, really.
We thought it was the transmission or something going bad. No, it was fuses.
Yeah. So after the okay, go save lives. Woo. Like on the weekend of July 4th, it went into limp mode. That's when I got like everything, like the wheels and the carbon fiber, and I was driving it in limp mode, but not that much. And I gave it to my dad because I had work and I just couldn't handle the car itself, and I didn't really know what was going on. So I left it at my dad's place, and he was driving it to a mechanic, and it died on him. So my dad had to push it back to the house. Shout out to dad. We took it like at the end week of August / beginning weeks of September, and I said, you have a month, because I really want to take this car to Gatlinburg, because I ordered the bags, I ordered everything.
We had everything
ready. He couldn't fix it. Like, he was telling me, like, it was a fuel pump, it was this, it was that, different battery, it was a tracker, something, a bunch of bullshit.
Then it jumped timing.
Yeah, and then he said it jumped timing, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna tow it to NISSAN. No, I towed it to CARMAX.
It was there until, I think, January, before they started talking about, okay, we can get you a new engine. We're going to talk to the warranty inspectors to see if they'll cover it. So it was there for a couple months before we even heard anything about getting a new engine and getting it fixed.
They sent an inspector out, and they said that, like, just by looking at it, they was like, oh, it's over modified. He probably did something, and, like, found rubber in my wheel wells, which is like, well, obviously you're gonna find rubber, but I wasn't even like abusing the car. Like, he said I took it to track days and it was a tracked or whatever. I'm like, I didn't even take it to track days or anything, because the majority of the time it's been parked, because I barely, on paper, I own it at this point almost a year, barely put 4,000 miles on it total. Yeah, obviously I didn't use this car at all.
And ultimately he said that warranty wouldn't cover it because we didn't have cats.
Yeah.
Even though they said warranty would cover anything until it's modified. So we asked about getting test pipes, and they said yes, but it would void exhaust warranty. They said that it wouldn't void engine warranty.
Cold air intakes would void it.
Yeah.
Pulleys or things like that, like 100% void it. Headers would void it because it's connected to the engine, but test pipes aren't, because I still have stock headers.
I'm assuming they voided and denied it because it made the engine throw a code, but it was just the O2 sensors.
I battled because, like, I pulled out the contract they made me sign, and I talked to them, see what we could do. And I just kind of talked to the manager of both Nissan and CarMax on phone calls, just going back and forth about saying, hey, respect your warranty. Like, I signed off on it. I bought extra car care warranty for this reason. Like, I didn't know what was going to go wrong with the car, but I just wanted to be safe. And I think because of that, they sent another inspector out, just kind of talked over it, and they were like, it's a failed engine, lost compression in cylinders 3, 5, and 6, and they were like, you need a new engine. And I was like, fuck it, send it to Nissan, like, there's nothing you guys can do. So they were just going back and forth on whether or not I could get a new engine,
and it was taking months.
Yeah, it was taking
months.
I finally got the new engine in March after everything, and I had two options: get a brand new engine, which was gonna be like $20,000, which is taxing as fuck, or get a used engine with 77,000 miles, but it's a 2020. Which, now that I think about it, it's 2020 with 77,000 miles. That's been ran through. Yeah, so this engine's been ran through, but like, we barely drive it now because, like, I have a daily and my job is literally maybe like 10 minutes away. So all in all, like, when we got the new engine, they were saying like, oh, I have to pay a deductible, which I was completely okay with, since it brought down from like 20 grand to the used one, which was only 11,000. So I went there and I was like, yeah, I'll pay the deductible, whatever. It was like $4,000. Obviously we had the baby, and we had like bills, formula, proper baby stuff. So it was kind of hard to swirl. So it was kind of hard to raise the money up. So it took me like 3 months to save up the $4,000, and I finally got the car back. It's running fine. It threw up the codes again, but they flashed it, and it just throws up a code for the test pipe. So, oh, dude, my fucking oil cooler. I almost forgot about that.
The oil cooler. Dude, they lost our oil cooler.
So I had an oil cooler. I have a video on my YouTube channel, actually, installing it.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with the engine. It literally, if anything, it helped the engine. We took it to Nissan, and it was still there. And I told, hey, when you take it off, just don't put it back on. Because, like, you know, I don't want things to get lost for that reason. And I also didn't want it to void warranty. Dude, take it off. They were like, okay, I'll put it in the trunk whenever you guys come pick it up. I was like, okay, bet. I have yet to find it. So Nissan CARMAX, like, you guys lost a $300-$400 oil cooler. And we don't know where it's at.
Yeah, I was pretty mad about that. I almost went wifey bear on him. Because I was with him when he was questioning, like, where is it at?
That was fucking bullshit, dude. Like, and even then, like, I told him, I was like, how do I go about replacement? Because, like, it's technically, like, part of the car. You leave a phone or something important in the car and they take it and they don't know where it's at. Like, it's still personal property. Right now, I'm talking to Nissan, see if that can get compensated or where they went. I made some friends with a couple employees there, and they were just going on about, like, it probably got scrapped. It probably was just laying around since it had no tag or anything, like off the record type shit. It probably got thrown out.
You should have just put it in the trunk. Like,
as soon as you take it off, just put it in the trunk. I don't care if there's these oil marks, I'm going to rebuild it anyway with bags.
Agreed. They're like, okay, bet, we'll do it.
So yeah, Nissan and CARMAX owe me an oil cooler, or at least $400 for one. But shout out to them for giving me the new engine though.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to the manager at CARMAX.
I love you, but fuck you.
Yeah. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Probably what's first gonna happen is, like, with the money that I sell some wheels with, I'm gonna use it to buy a front bumper, and whatever's left I'm gonna buy a wrap. So I'm completely, like, doing a whole livery design on the car, wrapping it, and then hopefully closer to August or September I'm buying a wing. But during all of this, I'm trading some work for the bags. So I'm gonna wrap a car and exchange. One of my buddies is gonna help me install the bags on this car. So it'll be bag wrapped and with a chassis mount wing. That's gonna be the final part of it. It'll be ready for slammed. I don't know if I'm gonna buy wheels before slammed. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm just gonna take these and not make it into the show. I don't know. I think I'm cutting it way too close.
I think you're cutting it too close for wheels, especially if you're gonna get the wing.
Yeah, because the wing's $1,000. The wheels that I want are almost like $1,500. I mean, which isn't that bad.
It's just one of those. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other type shit. So I was like, I mean, I could just go there and still chill, hang out with buddies and stuff, and still, like, flex on them. Oh, and I am getting a custom exhaust. Hopefully before slammed. I don't want to say it yet. But it's going to be like one of those, like, there's only one other person I've seen in the world have this exhaust on a 370Z. And it's going to look badass with a chassis mount wing. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I love it. And especially when I start throwing flames too, because that's on the...
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so...
I know what you're talking about.
I'm going to be the second person that I know on Instagram that will have that exhaust. That was fun. We'll see you guys on the next video. See ya. Bye. We'll do some fun runs, but, like, some soul pulls, but fuck it. Woo. Peace and hair grease?
Hair grease.
Never heard that before.